If stress had a soundtrack, yours might be on repeat between brain fog, belly fat, and feeling like you're holding the world together with a green smoothie and a prayer. Something has got to give. In today's episode, we're talking about real mind, body, spirit harmony, not just the take a breath kind, but practical, soul filling tools that help you actually feel like yourself again. Welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Jacqueline, and today we're diving into one of the most powerful shifts you can make on your wellness journey, healing your stress by reconnecting your mind, body, and spirit. Now, we're not talking about quick fixes or surface level self-care. We're talking about lasting wellness through spiritual practices, mindfulness, and emotional healing. I'll be walking you through a framework I use called HEAL, HEAL, which stands for harmony, empowerment, awareness, and love. Each piece is a stepping stone toward living with more peace, presence, and power, especially in this midlife season. So let's get into it. When you hear the word harmony, what comes to your mind? I know for me, it's a feeling of being in sync with myself, with my body, and with God. How about you? What does that mean to you? But you see, stress throws all of that out of tune. And suddenly we're reacting instead of responding. Our minds are racing. We're overthinking. Our bodies are aching, stiff, and in pain, and our spirit feels far away and drained. One way to restore harmony is through movement. I recommend simple practices like morning breath work. Inhale, peace. Exhale, that tension. Or, for example, a 10-minute yoga flow to start your day grounded. Or even a simple morning stretch routine or something that gets your body activated. You can start right there while you're laying in bed. You can open and close your fingers like making a fist and then move down your arm and do wrist circles. Then, sh- you know, activate the elbow joint, then your shoulders, do some shoulder shrugs, then your neck, look up and down, look left, right. And then you can get out of bed in a seating position and you can start to activate like your torso and then maybe stand up and do hip circles, knee circles, then touch your toes and slowly come up a couple times. Just something simple like that just to get your body going. These small things can send a message to your nervous system. We're okay. We're ready. We can do this and that we are safe. So that is the harmony part. And speaking of morning routines or rituals, whatever you want to call them, also doing, something that is not involving technology is often helpful. Reading, praying, meditation, just something to really start your day off where you're connecting with yourself, deciding how you want to start that day, how you want to show up that day. That's really important. So that was harmony. The next part is the empowerment, okay? So you've slowed down with harmony, you slow down, you decided to move with intention, and you create space for peace to flow in, right? Now it's empowerment. This doesn't mean hustling harder. It just means that you're choosing what supports you and how you can show up at best. In spiritual wellness, empowerment starts with awareness and aware that you have agency. You get to choose how you respond. You get to choose how and what you prioritize and how you care for your soul. A tool I love is being intentional with my goal setting, not just like, oh, I want to lose 10 pounds, right? A little bit more of, I want to move my body in a way that feels good or joyfully at least 3 times a week, right? So when you're moving your body regularly, it doesn't have to be painful. It can be things you enjoy. If you really like dancing, 45 minutes, dance. If you are comfortable going for a walk outdoors, 45 minutes, do that. If you prefer bicycling, if you prefer swimming or playing tennis, there's so many ways to move your body in ways that bring you joy, okay? Another way that you can set a goal with intention is something like I'm going to set boundaries that protect my peace, or I'm going to surround myself with people and things that are nourishing and not draining. Another practice is self reflection or journaling. You can ask yourself, what is draining me? What is energizing me? What do I need to say yes to? What do I need to say no to right now? So you're not powerless in the face of stress. You are wise, you're capable, and you're allowed to change the rules. Okay. So that was empowerment. Now, the next up is awareness. That is the A in the HEAL framework. And this is where transformation really begins. Many of us are so used to pushing through stress and, we almost wear it like a badge of honor, like, oh, I'm just going to push through and I'm not going to da da da. I'm not worried about it and all these things. And it's like, yes, we aren't called to worry, but it is important to face what is happening and go through it, avoiding it. A lot of things we can't go around it. We can't go over it, under it. We have to go through it. And so you do have to face stressful situations sometimes. And we don't even notice the signals our body is sending us sometimes during stress. That headache, that sudden exhaustion, that tight chest, those are all the check engine lights for you. So cultivating awareness means tuning in before you burn out. I love using mindfulness meditation. There's an app called Soul Time that uses scripture to walk you through a guided meditation, and then it ends with kind of a blessing. I love that. It's usually about 3 minutes. So if you're tight on time, it's perfect. Just find a place where you can have some solitude and some quiet and just take 3 minutes to yourself. I love it. It's wonderful. So even 3 to 5 minutes of stillness, just breathing and noticing can shift your entire state. Okay. Another great tool is mood journaling. Journaling is very popular. You can track how you feel with certain foods because that can bring some awareness to what foods maybe are. Because you know what? Even foods that are very good for you, like in a general way, they might not be good for you specifically, right? And so when you journal, how you felt after eating certain things, that can give you insight on things you may want to avoid or things you may want to keep eating, right? People, how you feel around certain people after the interaction. Are you energized? Are you drained? Or your routines, like if you keep doing the same thing every day and it keeps making you tired or depressed or sad, if you can evaluate that, guess what? You can change it. And so this helps you recognize again what's truly nourishing you and what's not. And so I highly recommend trying that. All right. The final part of the HEAL framework is love, embracing love. And I'm not talking about romantic love because there's a lot of stuff out there on that. I'm talking about the kind of love you give yourself. So many of us have lived years being everything to everyone, but when is the last time you were kind to you? When was the last time you really spoke kindly to yourself and you thought kindly of yourself and you took time to create an environment for yourself and a routine for yourself and a meal for yourself that really, really felt like you were cared for? Now, self love has, I think, gotten a bad rap in so many ways, but I just want to encourage you that if you are supposed to love your neighbor as yourself and you do not love yourself, you haven't even had the practice to love your neighbor, right? And you got to do things in proper order. And so I believe self love is not vanity, it's spiritual warfare against stress. It's declaring, I'm worthy of care. I am valuable. I am precious and I need to be cared for. So here's some things I love that help with self love and taking care of myself. One is maybe obvious, but very simple, but organizing my space, organizing my mail, taking care of the things that need to be taken care of so I don't feel behind, right? Gratitude journaling. I write down 3 things that I'm thankful for each morning. I don't do it every morning. Sometimes I fall short, but it's when I do it, I feel much better. Things that remind me that I'm held, I'm seen, I'm loved, I'm supported, and that I'm still growing. And saying things to yourself like, I honor the season I'm in, right? Because not every season is going to be blissful, but we can still honor it and still be okay with where we are in this moment. Other things to remind yourself is I'm not behind, I'm becoming. My body is not my enemy. Okay. Let this be your reminder, friend. You don't have to earn rest. You don't have to prove your worth. Love is already yours. Okay. So let's take a deep breath together and inhale that peace and then exhale that stress. Today, we explored the HEAL framework, harmony, empowerment, awareness, and love as a pathway not to just manage stress, but to truly heal from it. I hope you take one small practice from today, maybe journaling, maybe breath work, meditation, or just rest. It can become a sacred part of your day. And remember, you are not broken, you're not behind, you're evolving, and that healing is always, 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 always possible. So, if this episode spoke to you, I would love for you to subscribe, leave a review, share it with a sister friend who needs it. And hey, if you're ready for support on your healing journey and your holistic health, if you want to be in harmony with your whole self again, I do offer one-on-one coaching to help women just like you reconnect with their bodies, renew their energy, and restore their peace. Head to my scheduling link to book a call. Next week, I'll be talking more about spiritual fatigue and how it shows up in midlife and how to renew your faith and your fire. You won't want to miss it. Until then, be kind to yourself. Your healing is holy work. Remember, you are loved by God, and may you walk today knowing you're fully seen by the one who formed you, deeply loved by the one who chose you, and purposely created by the one who delights in you. You are not an accident. You are not a burden. Your life is not random. You are God's masterpiece, crafted with intention, anointed for impact, and destined for joy. So go in boldness, stand in grace, move in confidence, and savor the sacred beauty of your life, your health, and your story. You're not behind, friend. You are becoming, and the God who began a good work in you will be faithful to complete it in His strength, in His peace, in His joy. Until next time.